All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Hamid Yaz, another episode of The Heat Tank, the show with no official intro because we go straight into it. The person that we're going to talk about today has a very interesting business. When I first heard of it, I was like, wait a second. Ink and scalps? I had no clue what it was, but I had to seriously ask a lot of questions. I want to introduce to y'all Laura y Santos, okay? She is a professional of decades in this service industry, personal services industry, but I'm gonna let her officially introduce herself and we will get right into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Laura y Santos.
Hi, how you doing?
I am great. Thank you. So, I want to ask a few questions first, okay?
Okay.
What exactly is Ink Scalp or Ink Scalp Goddess? What is it that you do and how exactly did you get into doing it?
Is scalp micropigmentation,
Okay.
SMP, like it's called. And so you help men and women that are thinning,
Okay.
and men that don't have a hairline,
Okay.
or perhaps they have alopecia, or
What is it?
alopecia, where they start losing hair from different areas.
Oh, okay, I
Sometimes
see.
it's total, so it's like full body,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's in specific areas.
Okay.
And
And you could be any age to get alopecia.
yes,
But is it
alopecia.
usually at a certain age or no?
No, not really, not
Okay.
that I know of.
Okay.
And but yeah, I just did one of my clients, and I just did this lady,
Yeah.
and she has full alopecia, so I had to do the full head, and
Oh, my.
it's wonderful. I mean, it's just wonderful to see them smile and to look at them so happy. I mean, she
yeah.
wrote me this beautiful thank you letter, and it's just a
Ooh.
wonderful feeling.
Well, I'm sure it's the self-confidence as well.
Yes.
You know, especially me,
Yes.
I'm, officially 40 years old now, and I see people my age or maybe even younger that they're going bald, but they don't want to totally shave their head like me, or maybe
Yes.
when they do totally shave their head, they have a real, and we'll get more into that here in a sec,
Yes.
but they have a super bald spot that's noticeable. So with what you do, you're able to kind of cover that up, or?
Yes, I camouflage it so it looks like your hair is growing.
I see.
Yes, so you do each hair follicle so it looks, it can, like a shave look or a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yes,
is
yes.
the name of it. Yes.
Huh. Okay. So how long have you been in the business that you're in, and are you originally from Austin, or how did you end up in Austin doing what you do?
Well, I'm originally from Mexico,
Okay.
but I lived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for 27 years.
Oh, my.
So I had my business there.
Yeah, yeah.
And I still go actually there sometimes 2 to 3 times a year to take care of my clients.
Okay.
I promised them I was going to do that, so I still do.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to be there in August again. I still have a daughter there, so
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
to visit her when I go. And so I had my business there, and I just moved it. I always wanted to move to Texas for the hot weather, and I finally just
Are
things,
enjoying the hot weather, right?
Yes. So things happen, and I finally moved here, and I'm very happy. And I'm not, like I was telling you off there, that I'm not afraid of the heat because I'm from Mexico.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not afraid of the cold because I'm, 27 years in Wisconsin,
Yeah.
shoveling snow and walking on ice. And
Oh my goodness.
yes, so yes.
So with Texas weather changing every 24 hours, you're basically used to it,
yeah,
right?
I'm like, whatever.
Very,
Yeah.
very good, very good.
Yes.
Well, now let me ask you a question. So, you're here on the Heat Tank. This is the show that we talk about marketing, branding, specific strategies to help you grow your business.
Okay.
Now, are you ready?
Yes.
Because I'm ready. I was born ready. So my whole intent is to help you to, whether it's tactics or strategies, specific methods, new things to do so you can make a whole lot more money. That's what we're here for, okay? So as of right now, because I want to ask you a few questions also, because I still need to know about your business and about you and the way you do things. Currently, as of right now, do you have specific marketing campaigns that you run, or are you really just so good that it's word of mouth, or what has been successful for you so far to this point?
Well, because I've been so many years in the business, it's word of mouth.
Okay.
And I just little things. I do Facebook and Instagram, and
Yeah.
I have a really nice website. And I do like ads in the bulletin in my
Okay.
church.
Oh, yeah.
So that way I help the church, and I always give like in my website and stuff. I have a sign there that I do like 15% off for military discount, and I do senior citizens discount, and cancer survivors, I give them 50% off for cancer survivors.
Okay.
So I always, so people talk about that.
It gives people things to talk about when there's a little, and also things to look into when there's a little bit more incentive for them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, some of the things that I'm going to present to you, they might be like, what? How can I do that? I can't do that. But here's what I tell people all the time. If you do the same thing you've been doing, you're going to get the same results you've been getting. Mm-hmm. Or if you do the same thing that other people do, then you're going to get the same results that other people do.
Exactly.
Quick example. I get mail, we both get mail every day in our mailbox. $5 off any order of $25 or more, or save $3 or 10% off. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you. When I see those, they're not good enough for me to get up out of my home to go try your new restaurant if you're only going to give me $3 off of $25.
Exactly.
Or it's $5 off of 20 or 10% or 5%. That's not good enough.
Exactly.
That is, honestly, as a consumer, that is not good enough for me to put on clothes, get in the car, get in the heat, do this, and then to say, well, is it good? Is it no? I want it free. Okay? And we'll talk more about that in a bit. But you want to get me as a new customer, and the reason I say that is because, good example, just with your business, the average customer, okay, let's say in a whole year worth of time, the average customer, what do you think they spend more or less?
Well, it all depends, because I do permanent cosmetic makeup.
Different type of services.
Yes, I do facials and microblading and peelings.
Okay.
So
so it could
all
vary.
Different prices.
One person might come one time a year and spend $200. One person might come multiple times a year and might spend $500 or $600 or...
Yes, I mean, scalp micropigmentation is expensive, just like permanent cosmetic makeup.
Okay.
But it's more like medical and cosmetic tattooing. You don't really want to go to a place that is super cheap, because then they're not trained. You don't want to be budgeting with your well-being.
Yeah. Like they have it as an add-on service, but it's not the core of their services.
Exactly.
It's not their specialty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I meet people all the time that they say, "Oh, I'm a business coach," and I'm like, "Okay, great. What do you specialize in?" And when they say, "Oh, I can do a little bit of everything," I say, "You're not for me then," because if I'm having issues with taxes or QuickBooks, I'm not going to go to a general business coach to talk about finances. Or if my foot's messed up, I'm not going to go to a general doctor.
Exactly.
To give me,
you want somebody that is going to be
what do you call podiatrist? I think it's called. Or if I'm heart issues, I go to a heart surgeon. I don't go to a general practitioner.
Exactly.
So doing what you do, and with you branding yourself as Scalp Goddess, you're already on the road, because you've also been in the industry so much. You're on the road to realizing things I'm about to tell you. Okay. So now we can get into it. Okay. There's 3 ways to grow a business. Okay. And the reason I asked you the question earlier is because you have some people that come in maybe one time a year. Maybe some people come in multiple times a year, correct? Okay. There's 3 ways to grow a business that a lot of people, even business owners, don't realize. Number 1 is obviously you need more customers. We both know that. Okay, I need more clients. You need more clients as well. Number 2, okay, increase the frequency of when they come in. So if you have a lady, okay, that let's just say is 1 time per year to do permanent eyebrows.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We know that. But where is she the other 11 months of the year, or the other 364 days of the year? Because you have something that she can get done for herself. Whether it could be another service you do, or maybe her husband, he's balding, or her kids, or people from work. So one of the tricks is don't let that customer escape with only going to you 1 time. I'm sure there's plenty of other things that you can do to get that money coming in from her.
Yeah, and especially because I'm an esthetician also.
Yes.
So
Okay,
I get
can
to
you
do a
explain-
lot. Yes,
can
so
you
I
explain
can
what
say
esthetician is?
esthetician,
Yes.
we take care of the skin.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So here's the thing. Nowadays, of course, if you see practically every website, $10 a month, 15, everybody wants a subscription type of thing. Just a recommendation, because I never tell people what they should do with their business. I tell people what I would personally do if I owned that business. What I would do is maybe work out a plan of every 30 days, like a skin checkup, or something every 6 months, every quarter, whatever it is, where they can pay you in advance. It's much cheaper, or they pay on a quarterly basis or recurring monthly basis. And now they can come to you with their skin issues, because here's the thing. The way the body reacts, the human skin reacts in the heat and in the cold are 2 different things.
Yes.
Okay. When it's 103 degrees, your skin is going to react different than when it's 45 degrees in December, or maybe even 30 here in Austin.
Exactly.
Yes. So by being able to maybe have some kind of program to where you can constantly have these people in. And here's the thing. When you get them in, it's not just a skin wellness check, but you can also present products. When you have products, it could be for allergy, believe it or not. It could be for rashes. Because what happens is, now let's get into the other thing. The third thing about growing your business is increasing the size of the transaction. So if someone comes to you for a service that costs, I don't know, $180, let's say, you have to figure out, how can I turn that $180 into a $250 visit instead of a $180 visit? I've dealt with MUAs before. I've dealt with, I'm actually here on the show, we're going to have 2 guys that own, I'm sorry, 1 guy that owns 2 barbershops. But he has some of his barbers coming in because they're personal brands. But it's also, how can they increase the size of the transaction? Are they just cutting one of the son's hairs when the mother has 3 other boys? It's little things like that that you ask yourself, how can I get more money with this visit? Because every customer or every client's visit is an opportunity to take it to another level, offer a new service. So those are the 3 I want you to think about. And just to sum it up real quick, increase the size of the transaction, get more customers, and increase the frequency of how often they come in to see you. If you have a good relationship with people, there should be no reason they're only coming to you for one service ever again. Unless they're traveling from out of town or out of state, and it happens. But just keep that in mind. But one thing I really like about is it inkscalpgoddess.com?
Yes.
Okay. One thing I really like about inkscalpgoddess.com is because you get it. And what I mean by that is the goal of branding, okay, is, we'll talk branding before marketing. The goal of branding, okay, is to be the first or the only person that comes to mind for that specific need or want that a customer has. So when they have something, oh man, I need to go get this tattooed or whatever on my head or other parts of the body as well, right?
Yes, you can get your beard, but not a lot of people do that.
Yeah, mainly
but you
it's...
can get, yes, and eyebrows you can get microbladed.
Okay.
For men, I do that.
Yes, perfect. So with you labeling yourself as Ink Scalp Goddess, you're already realizing I need to put myself at the top of this industry in at least Austin, Texas, because I'm probably sure 95% of your clients come from Austin or the Austin area, right?
Yes.
For the most part.
Yes.
So now it's okay. How do I make myself the number one trusted person, okay? Because here's the thing. People do business with people they like and they trust. I mean, you've been around.
Yes.
Do you agree with that? Or
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people do business with people they like and they trust. I put up a video on Instagram probably a week ago, and it was actually from a Bellissimo Nail and Spa. I did a promo for them in 2008. Okay, this is 11 years ago. And it was just a short clip that I put on. But the girl was talking about whatever. And I said, oh my gosh, you're going to actually give the public free information? And she said, yes, we are. But we had already scripted what we were going to say, so I knew it. I put up another video, which was a couple of days before that, and it was talking about educational contribution, okay? If anybody, you'll see it on the screen here and there, goes to my LinkedIn, goes to my Facebook, goes to my Instagram, the majority of it, I'm giving people information. And it would be information that a lot of consultants, okay, marketing consultants, say, no, I can't give that information. People pay me for that. But here's the thing. When I'm giving away stuff for free, okay, and giving enough for free, it gets people's attention. Who is this guy? Gets them interested. Then they say, I want to know more, because if he's giving this away for free, imagine what he's giving away or given when I actually pay, okay? 99% of my clients, I don't chase after. They come to me. And I'm not saying it to be like, oh, look at me. What I'm saying is, by being the Ink Scalp Goddess, what I would personally do, even if it's 30-second or 1-minute videos, okay? And a lot of people, sometimes they don't like to be in front of the camera. It's okay. Go to Fiverr. Have you heard of Fiverr by any chance? Or
No, I haven't.
Okay. FIVERR.com. You can hire Hispanic, Black, White, Asian, accent, no accent, male, female. You can get someone to do a professional video for you for like $30. Some of them even 50. The expensive ones maybe 80. And you give them the script and they will say what you need them to say. There's beautiful women and there's maybe not so beautiful women, and whoever opinion is looking. Or men, and there's big, buff, gym, whatever you want. They're on there. So what I mean by educational contribution, this is what a lot of service providers kind of get wrong. They go and they spend their money on SEO because they want people to stumble across their page. Here's the reality. A lot of people necessarily don't go looking for an ink scalp. How would you, is it technician or?
No, I mean the name or
like a what would you call yourself? Are you a technician technically, or?
No, it's a tattoo artist.
Okay.
But it's medical and cosmetic tattoo artist.
There we go. Okay.
Yes.
So here's the thing, though. I'm a man. I have a bald head because I have a little bald spot back here. Not too many people can see. But some men, theirs is completely gone or 3/4 gone or whatever.
Yes.
And they have a real super bald spot. But a lot of times they don't necessarily go looking for how can I get it fixed. But if imagine running, and this is just an idea. Imagine running an ad on Instagram or Facebook. Okay. And you could have a man that's bald on the ad. And you target men over the typical age for bald, 45, 40, whatever. Me was 38, somewhere around there.
No, there's some that they start a lot younger.
Oh, they do?
Yes.
And you know what's funny? You say that. When I was in elementary, in 3rd grade, Chris, I forgot what his last name was, he had gray hair, black and gray hair. Something about the genetic, or I don't know what all the details were. But I'm thinking like, wow, imagine now. I mean, I bet that guy has white hair, but he had black and gray hair. But anyways, educational contribution. If I were to see an ad on Instagram, Facebook, wherever, even LinkedIn, believe it or not, run an ad on LinkedIn, and it says, "Are you a man over 40 years old that is balding?" Because who are you trying to target? Maybe men over 40, and that specific ad will say, that are balding. In their head, what do you want them to say? Yes, that's me. That's me. So now what happens is you're actually talking to your potential person, okay? A lot of people with marketing, they say, oh, well, with Facebook ad or Instagram, I can reach 8,000 people if I spend $120. But the problem is they're not reaching the people that actually matter, okay? If I'm trying to sell black hair care products, who do I need to target?
Yes.
The black community,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So if I just want to throw my fishing line into wherever there's a bunch of fish, but I'm looking for a shark, it's not going to help me. So by talking to somebody, it's like this: who's your who? Okay, this is the first one. Who's your who? And of course, with you, it will change, because it could be you want to run an ad for women that want to get their eyebrows done, right?
Yes, that they've been penciling them in.
Yes.
Yeah. Or they do their eyeliner, and then in a few hours it's like all over because of the heat, and
yep. So here's the thing: with permanent makeup, that solves the problem. Okay, and I talk a lot about this on Instagram. You're selling somebody their solution. Okay, you're not selling them the service of getting the eyebrows tattooed. You're selling them the solution. And the reason why a lot of salespeople don't sell how they could is because they talk too much. They don't get enough questions in. They don't ask the person, like, okay, you're coming to my shop, we'll say, what brings you here? Oh, I need to get my eyebrows tattooed. Okay, great. Why do you feel like you need to get your eyebrows tattooed? Oh, because like you said, with the heat,
yes,
I put it on and in an hour it's gone and I'm tired of that crap and blah, 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 blah. But it's okay, because now you got the backstory of why they came to you. So now if they might have just called you for a price check, which a lot of people do, they might call you, email you,
yes.
price, because they're checking.
Yes.
Don't ever give them a price up front. Just FYI, don't give them a price up front first. First, find out what it is that they need and why. Because when you can figure that out, you'll realize whether they're a customer that can, or client that can be around for a long time, or they were just passing from out of town, or something. Is it kind of starting to make sense? Well, what I'm talking about now. So just real quick, and we'll get into more, because I know I could go on and on. But getting back to an ad of targeting men over 40, you want people to say, yes, that's me. You want them to agree in their head with what they're saying, because now when they agree with you, they know, okay, she speaks my language. There's like men or women that, does your belly hang out and do you feel bloated? I'd be like, yes, that's me. Yes, yeah. What can I do? Where do I send the money? Help me. But here's the thing. Now you got their attention. Now you got their interest. Now you got their desire. And it just converted to an action. Because here's the thing. When it converts to an action, where are they going to go to?
Yeah, Ink Scalp.
Yeah, well, they go to your website to check you out. But nowadays, let me tell you what people do nowadays, because I do it all the time. I meet people all the time. They check my LinkedIn, they check YouTube, they check Instagram, they check everything. And it's okay, I want them to.
Yes.
But if I was it wouldn't be an Ink Scalp Goddess, it would be the Ink Scalp God, right? If I ever got at the professionalism of your level. But what I would want to do is to educate people. Because here's a trick. Once you start talking about what you know how to do, and you can relay to people that you actually know what the hell you're talking about, guess what they just did? They just got to trust in you. And a lot of professionals, and it doesn't matter whether it's an MUA, a hairstylist, it doesn't matter. A lot of professionals don't want to do videos. We're living in a video world nowadays. Everything is video. It's video, video, video is the future. It's a present and it's the future. And then we'll get into holograms and augmented reality and AI and all that later on. But for at least for the next 10 years, you have to dominate on video. If I need my hair done, okay, like with the service that you offer, I will, believe me, I will look you up first. And if I just see, and this goes to anybody, if I just see a website that has no information, no video, no nothing, I'm probably going to go elsewhere. But if I see a woman or a video where you're educating me on why it happened to me, why this, why that, you now got my trust. You're taking the time of investing into yourself to get people to listen to you. Because once again, you got to have my attention first. And once I say, she's legit, then I book you. Then I call you. And also, people that have money, they don't care what the price is. They just want to know you can do it correct. I'm sure you have clients that are probably penny pinchers, and you got some that just cut the check with no problem, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's little things like that. And that was just kind of, I don't want to call it a rant, but that was a good 3 to 5 minute run of one specific method of educational contribution to your clients and or potential clients. Because one client to you might be worth, like, how much you think, what's like on a low end and a high end in 1 year? What are the lowest one spend, you think, and the highest one?
Well, like average, like eyebrows, it could be as low as $350 to $500, and then for SMP, it can be like $1,900 to almost $4,000 if it's a full head. Oh yes.
No. So here's the thing: you're not talking cheap price points.
Yes.
These are price points that actually people have to sometimes think really hard of spending $4,000 for a basically it's kind of like a permanent tattoo on the head, right?
Yes.
Yes. $3,000, $4,000, $1,000, and it's okay, because here's the thing: everything comes down to a decision. They're either going to say yes or they're going to say no.
Exactly.
But me personally would rather say yes to somebody who keep in mind, marketing is a battle of perceptions. The perception that she knows what she's talking about. I want to see, if I'm about to give you $4,000 or $3,000, however much, I don't care. I want to know you're a professional woman. Why have you been in the industry? How long have you been in the industry? How long have you been doing this? Boom, 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 boom. I want to see good, clear videos on that. Plus, just FYI for anybody listening, the higher your video quality is, the more you can actually start charging. Because now you're placing yourself on a pedestal and you truly are the ink scalp goddess. And another thing with marketing is you have to magnetize yourself to where people come to you. Okay? When you realize that, because that's what a lot of people don't understand. They do not know that, oh, I don't have to chase after my clients. No, you don't. If you're giving enough educational contribution out there in the world, or creating a big enough buzz where you have everybody and their mama talking about you, you are now magnetizing yourself to where they come to you. When people come to you, how much you think they're going to negotiate? Not much, because they're the desperate ones, not you.
Yes.
When you go knocking on someone's door, you're the desperate one. So it's easy for them to want to negotiate with you because you came knocking on their door. So does any of that make sense, or is any of it maybe something you're currently working on, or?
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of times that when clients come in, they don't even care about if you're running a special or how many sessions does it take. They just want it done. I don't care how much.
They cut the check or swipe the card.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes. And there's people that I always, if I feel that they're hesitant about the money, I always tell them, you can be a model.
Yeah.
You can do a little short video and I knock, $300 off. And if you're ex-military or, I always give discounts, So barely nobody ends up paying the full price.
Yep.
And I guarantee my work, and there's like 3 sessions. And even if they can do payments, they can do 3 payments. And even if they need a 4th
do one
session, it's included,
I see.
Yes, it's included in the price.
I see.
Yes, so.
Okay. No, that's good. So obviously because it comes down to money. Now, let me ask you, what percentage do you think of people are on the fence? Like they're not really sure if they want a service or not. Like half the people maybe, or...
like if they're hesitant about the money?
Yeah, like really hesitant, like they're about to literally walk out the door because they don't have the money.
Usually if they're going to go, because I do give free consultations.
Yeah.
If they go for the consultation, is usually probably, I can probably say half of the people are ready to book.
Okay.
Ready to do the deposit for the for the actual procedure. Because it takes about 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be like 4 hours, 3 times.
I see what you're saying.
And that price includes everything.
Okay. So one thing, because I learned this through sales. I mean, I was told in, I think 3rd grade it was, that I could sell ice to an Eskimo. And literally I can. You just got to put some food color or some flavor on it. That's it. Call it a snow cone.
Yes.
It's not hard. But here's the thing, and this is just, I don't know what your specific methods are. But what I've learned is when people are about to walk out the door, not, right when they're at the door, but, I got to think about it and da-da-da-da-da. Of course, everybody asks them, okay. If I take off 25%, if I take off it, because you don't want to lose the client. That's the reality. You don't want to lose them.
And you want to help them out, because if they come to you, it's because they have a problem.
Yeah.
So I always, thank them when they leave. Thank you for trusting me, for coming in, and if there's another way I can help you, or I always try to tell them about all the options.
Yes. Now, one of the methods or we'll call it a tactic. One of the tactics that I've learned over time is this: when someone's at that point to where they're not sure, maybe yes, I would ask them this: what is it that's stopping you from signing up today, or from leaving the deposit, or whatever? Because now you get them talking.
Yes.
Okay. So you say, what is it that's stopping you? Oh, well, the $400 is too much. Okay. Whatever it could be. Let's just say here, purpose of conversation, it's, let's say 500. Okay. $500, whatever it is. It's just a lot of money. I only have $300. Okay. Now, of course, you don't want to lose out on $300, right? So what do a lot of people typically do? They bring the price down. Okay, I don't want to lose a customer, so they bring the price down. But imagine if everybody does that to you, then you realize you're not making no money because everyone's lowballing you, okay? So as a provider, my recommendation, because I as well get paid technically by the hour, but I don't bring my price down for anybody, because I tell them things like this. I say, okay, and this is, of course, when they want to book me and they're negotiating price. I said, okay, the ones that do negotiate price, I'm sorry. I say, let me ask you a question. You want me to help you grow your business thousands of dollars more per month, which I can do. You already got the business. It's not hard for me to jump in and tell you how to make more money. But my question to you now is this: are you willing to try to save $50, which is going to not get you the information you need to make thousands of dollars more? Because if you only pay me $75 an hour, whatever it could be, you're now undercutting me. I'm charging you the amount that I am because I know what I can do. And by the way, the price my price is the current price, and it's underpriced. So if it's only over $50 that you don't want to grow your business over $50, it's okay. But just let me know that that's what it is. And then people love to correct people, just FYI. No. That's not what it is. Well, then what is it? So when I was talking just a second ago about when you ask a person, what is it that is keeping you from signing on today or booking today or deposit today? Well, it's the $200. Okay. Now let me ask you a question. How long has your hairline or whatever been bugging you? It's been going on for years now. I feel very uncomfortable. So here's the thing. You want to get you want to get in their head.
How do you feel when you look at yourself?
Yes. People make irrational decisions all the time. And here's the thing. People will go spend $200 at a bar with their friends for one night of satisfaction, but are going to negotiate with you over $200 that can get them more confidence for the rest of their life. Okay.
Exactly.
So when I'm saying that is, once you start getting into their head about, okay, now you know, let's just say they're being honest. The $200 is the magic number, we'll call it. You start getting into perspective. Once again, that goes with asking questions in the beginning. What type of lifestyle do you live? Is it a young 21-year-old girl? Is it an older 73-year-old woman? Ask them certain questions because you have to have arsenal. You got to have ammunition ready for when they do want to negotiate with you. If they do, if you're 50-50, you're going to have to learn how to negotiate real good. I mean, maybe you do. I don't know. But you have to learn negotiation real good, but to where you don't drop your price. Because if you're dropping your price to meet the needs of somebody, means you lost. They won, you lost. And that's and I tell this to one-on-one sessions all the time. If I'm currently, I don't know, $125 an hour, and I tell someone, oh yeah, I'll do it for $70. Who won? The client won, I lost. So when I want to start charging them regular rate, what's going to happen? They're going to go somewhere else. Have you ever seen that to where maybe you hook somebody up and then when you want to charge them regular, or maybe you don't want to charge them regular because you already got them in the loop for discounted sessions? You know, does that happen in your industry or?
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
No.
Yes.
And
but I usually try to help them if they're cancer survivors or if they're people that recommend me a lot of people. I always tell them, you will never pay for touch-ups, if you keep, sharing my page and that, telling your friends, word of mouth.
Referral systems are a whole nother, I mean, that's a few hours worth of time to sit down and talk. But what I highly recommend to people in your business, and you got to have it on paper so you don't get confused. Because a lot of times people say, well, so-and-so friend, okay, I give them this discount, this, and then you forget what's going on because you got so many deals you've got worked out with all these people. But definitely, especially in the service industry like what you're doing, have referral system opportunities available because you tell people, I have two prices. Okay? And I'm being serious when I'm telling you this. I have two prices. That procedure costs $500. That's it. $500. But if you bring me another client within 30 days or 45 days or whatever it is, that price, I'm going to give you back $100 or $200. Okay. Now here's the thing. A lot of people, and this is when people think I'm crazy. A lot of people don't want to give a client back any money. They really don't.
Yeah.
They're like, no, they just paid me $500. That's my $500. No, listen, your client just brought you another customer that's giving you hundreds of dollars more. Give them the $100. Give them a Visa gift card. Mail it to them. Send it to their email address. Surprise them. Because here's the thing. You need brand, and me as well. I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about me as well. We need brand ambassadors. And what I mean by brand ambassadors is people that go out there and talk highly of us to other people when we're not around. Okay? I can talk about myself all day long. I could do that if I wanted. No problem. But here's the reality. It looks better if someone tells you how good I am rather than me trying to tell you how good I am.
Yes.
Whose word are you going to take?
Yeah, of course. Somebody else's because they know you. They already did business with you.
Yes, you're going to take your friend's word rather than my word. So by making sure you take care of those brand ambassadors, those are people that are selling for you, but not really selling. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So by someone else bringing you more customers, always take care of those people.
I do.
I don't care if you send them a pecan pie if they like pecan pie. I don't care if you send them a gift card.
Yeah.
Or if you say, hey, here's another thing, once again, increasing the frequency. There could be a lady that only comes once a year to get something done. We'll say $500, whatever. She's only worth $500. But you want to keep her in your loop. You want to keep her coming back every 30 days, every 60 days. But you're like, but she only needs one service. No, she's only told you she needed one service. So when you can tell a lady or a man, whoever it is, doesn't matter at this point, if you can specifically tell them, hey, you brought me 2 or 3 clients. I do have this service. I noticed you haven't got this service yet. It's typically $300 or $200, whatever it is. I'd like to give it to you for only $75. Really? Yes. Yeah, look on my website. I typically charge $300, but because you have done so much for me, I wanted $75. So what happens here? You didn't give them back $100 or $200, but you got him back into your chair, back into your office, back into your area, and that's $75 more for the day. And that's another way that you can just bring people in and out and keep them coming back on a more consistent basis. And of course, but is it all making sense though? Because I could go on, but is it kind of making sense what we're talking about or what I'm presenting? And
it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and sometimes there's a lot of things that we hear or we know, but we need clarity from someone because it's like, oh, I've been thinking about that for the past 2 years, but now someone puts it into perspective. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But that's what I would highly do. The referral systems, look into, take care of your people, seek brand ambassadors. And nowadays, there's, of course, influencers. Have you looked into influencers yet or not really?
No, I don't know what that is.
Okay, so basically what an influencer is this. You remember back in the day, there was the Marlboro Man, okay? Or there was whoever that was in the magazines and the commercials. They were influencers. It was a person that was paid or work was exchanged to basically showcase or promote the actual business, okay? And it's okay. It's an industry in itself. Nowadays, because we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and everything, what I would personally do, okay? Good example. What's his name? Pitbull, okay? The rapper Pitbull. How many years did he have those crooked teeth? Did you ever see his up-close pictures?
Yes.
Crooked teeth. The guy was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Maybe he didn't have insurance. Maybe he didn't want to spend the money. Maybe he didn't have the time. Nobody knows what it was, okay? Me personally, if I was a doctor of cosmetic teeth, there's other ways other than braces. There's Invisalign and all this and that.
Yes.
I would have reached out to his people, not to, because here's where a lot of people get wrong. Just FYI, don't ever try to reach out to the celebrity. The celebrity has too many followers, they're not worried about your DM, okay? Honestly, it's a lot easier, okay, to get to the celebrity's inner circle. The person that holds their bags when they go to a show, they probably only have 2,000 followers on Instagram, maybe 500. They're not the celebrity. They're the right-hand man or the security or the sister of the brother's girlfriend or whoever it is. So you have to find those people to get to the celebrity. Now, here's the thing. If you are an ink Scalp Goddess, okay, and there's a celebrity here in town or within the Austin area, maybe even another city, don't ever hesitate to travel. You reach out to their people to say, hey, I've noticed in so-and-so's pictures that there's this little spot, And don't feel hesitant to tell people the truth.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing? You are now the solution to the problem. So-and-so is getting pretty famous now. I've seen they've done movies and commercials and blah, blah, blah. I like to offer for free, okay, 100% free, no charge. And this is something a lot of other people get wrong too. They say, oh, no, I'm going to give them a 20%. Screw your 20% discount. When it's a celebrity, give it to them. Because here's what you need. You need that picture of the celebrity or the celebrity in your office or the celebrity hanging out with you, even if the celebrity doesn't want you to take a picture of the procedure, you need that celebrity in your office hanging out right next to you. And it could be local celebrity, it could be a local actor, but you see them doing a lot of big things now. I had a guy in here, Danny Trevino, a friend of mine. He's on Schlitterbahn posters. He's on Aaron Rent to Own or whatever, Rent a Center TV commercials. He's on Spectrum commercials. He's in movies. He's in all kinds of commercials. And here's the thing. He's
Is
just
he
a text.
bald?
Huh?
Is he bald?
Actually, look him up. No, I'm serious. Definitely look him up. And that's what I'm saying. He lives right here in Austin.
Okay.
Easy to get to. He's a text away from me. So there's a lot of people here in Austin that are doing a lot of big things, but they're based right here in Austin. Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, The Undertaker, the famous wrestler, and I could go on and on and on and on. They live here in Austin, Texas. Okay? Anyways, so you just need a picture with them or just them to say, it could be a 10-second video of them saying, hey, Scalp Goddess, man, she's the one, man. Y'all make sure to check out Scalp Goddess. She knows what's up. Anything along those terms, that is more valuable to you than the $500 you think you lost or the $300 or whatever it is.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't get that because they're so afraid to lose money. But you're not losing money.
You're investing it.
You're investing money in an influential person that can bring you more business. Because let me tell you a little secret. If people say, let's say Matthew McConaughey, okay, lives right here in Austin, Texas. You know who he is?
Yes, I think so, a little bit.
The Güero, he married a Hispanic woman. I think she's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Okay, famous actor. Lives right here in Austin, Texas. Look him up. He's been in all kinds of movies. If he were to say, hey guys, Scalp Goddess, man, she took care of us, she took care of me, whatever. That's all you need. 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You get that and you run it as an ad on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever. Because if people say, Matthew McConaughey is vouching for her, I want to go where Matthew McConaughey goes. Or Kendra Scott. More than likely, Kendra Scott, I'm assuming, lives in Austin, Texas. The girls on the news. You have Rosie Newberry, Studio 512. You have Keita Culpepper. You have... there's so many of them now.
Yeah.
But if you can get those people to get a picture with you or in your chair, offer something to them for free. Now, it doesn't have to be a $10,000 deal, but enough to where it might only take you 2 or 3 hours, but that 2 or 3 hours of your time could bring you back so many more clients. So that's kind of what an influencer is, to answer that question. Does it kind of
Yes.
make sense now? Have you done anything near that, close to that? Or?
Actually...
Be honest.
Actually, this guy, I reached out to him because he's a singer.
Okay.
And,
On locals or?
I know he's actually from Houston.
Okay.
And they play at Gloria's Domain.
Oh, okay,
You
cool.
know, and I'm like, I'm just going to go and reach out to him. And I shook his hand and I gave him my card. And like a few weeks ago, I talked to him again. And I'm like, hey, I'll do that. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Because, I want him, he's going to look so much better. And
Is he good for business, though?
I think so.
Will he be good to have?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it will be a really good person to have.
Okay.
As, how do you call that?
Like a model, an influencer type of.
Yes.
Well, let me rephrase that. So a model would be someone that would come in, take the pictures or the video, but they don't necessarily give you back any value. Now, I don't know how many Facebook followers he has or Instagram. That I don't know. Okay. But regardless of that, though, an influencer is kind of like a brand ambassador. Someone that's a little bit more like, okay, if you do this for me, then I'll do this for you. Like I'll post it. My sister manages a girl that's a model right now. She has over 1 million followers on Instagram. She's got deals with Fashion Nova going on. Okay, they literally just came back from Costa Rica yesterday. Okay, but it's little things like that to where if a brand approaches her, and says, hey, will you wear our clothes? Okay, cool. But here's the thing. You have to post 3 times in 2 weeks, and you got to post between 5 and 8 o'clock, and da-da-da-da-da. That can get a little bit more complicated because of the amount of followers that she specifically has. But those are the type of things that you have to look at. So you might think somebody's kind of popular, but you also got to see what their social impact is. Because here's the thing. Let's say he plays really good and he's phenomenal, or he sings really good. But let's say he's not really trying to be a famous musician. Let's just say it's his part-time gig. Let's say he works at Target. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? You're like, I hope not. You're like, please, no, don't work at Target. Okay. But let's say he works at Target, but he sings really good, but he has no plan on leaving Target. Okay. And he only has 300 people on Instagram. That might not be somebody that I would really exchange a costly service for, because they're not giving much social impact to bring people to you. Okay. Now, if it's somebody that has 8,000 followers on Instagram or 10,000 or whatever, but they're real followers, not fake followers, because a lot of people can buy. Look at the...
Yes, I know. I've heard of that.
Oh, yeah. Look, I literally just put up a video on LinkedIn. No, this one was on Instagram. I put a video on Instagram talking about fake followers. But look at the engagement. Look at the views. Look at how many comments. Because you can kind of really start gauging if it's true or not true. But if you see that somebody has actual impact that they can bring to you, that is when I would highly say... That's when you start going after that person. But here's the thing. We call it the wow. Who's your who? Who is the person you're trying to go after? Okay? What's your offer? This is what a lot of people get wrong. They get in front of the celebrity and they're like, oh yeah, I'd like to do some biz. Okay, what do you want to do? I mean, we will have to... No. You need to already know this is what I'm presenting to you. Do I send it to your assistant? Do I send it to you directly? What email do I send the proposal to? Boom. It should be ready to go. Okay? And then the last one is the W, the way. What is the way? Is it through LinkedIn? Is it through Facebook? Is it through Instagram? Is it directly when you see him at Gloria's? Was it Gloria's, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say they come and play once a month. What is the way that you are going to get to them? Is it in person? Those are the type of things that a lot of people don't understand need to take place. It's the who, the what, what's the offer, and then the way. Another thing, in the business world, it's called a unique selling proposition. Okay? Good example. You have a business right now. How many, and you don't have to tell me, but I'm sure there's probably competitors within the Austin area, correct? Okay. So you do your business, and there's plenty of other competitors, we'll just say. What is so unique about you or the way you do it that blows everybody else out the water? That is a question you have to ask yourself. Because you can say, oh, I do this, I do that. Okay, great. So does everybody else. When I get with these makeup artists, one-on-one sessions, it's the same thing. You do makeup, great. So do 1,000 other girls in Austin. What is so distinct and unique about you? So where other people will say, I'm not going to them, I'm going to so-and-so. I did a workshop at a Lure by YNF was the name of the boutique. There's a girl right now on I'm sure we could look her up, named Lisa J. If you look up Lisa J Makeup, have you heard of her by any chance? Or?
No, I haven't.
Okay, if you look her up, she's got over 100, maybe 200,000. But this is a couple months ago. We did a marketing workshop together. I was talking. I invited her to come out and speak, and she came out and spoke for free. Okay, but we also spent a couple $100 on the advertisement. That's why she came out, because we blasted her name with hundreds of dollars. Okay. Anyways, she's in the workshop. She specifically said this: there's thousands of other girls that are doing exactly what I do, and it's true. But you, as a service provider, have to say, okay, if Nancy, Lupita, Mary, Kelly's, Octavia, whoever, all these people do the same thing, what is unique about what I do, and how do I got them beat? There's a book that I highly recommend you read called Blue Ocean Strategy. And what it talks about is the red ocean, which is everybody killing each, like imagine a taco truck, right? There's 50 or let's say 1,000 taco trucks in Austin. They all basically sell the same thing, right? But a blue ocean is, who are those taco trucks that are doing what other taco trucks aren't doing? Why are they successful? Oh, no wonder they're doing things different. That book will really help you realize. Another good example. I'm a marketing advisor, okay? You go pull 10, okay? Everyone's a consultant nowadays. Everyone's a consultant about something, okay?
And a coach.
Everyone's a life coach. Everybody's a life coach. Very true. But here's the thing. Get 10 marketing consultants in Austin, okay? Just get 10. Actually, go get 100. And you tell me how many of them have stuff on YouTube. How many of them have a show coming out? How many have this? How many boom, 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 boom? There's not too many. So what happens is now, when everybody's a consultant, and you start narrowing down to just a handful within the city of people providing educational content to people publicly for free, those are the ones that are going to win in the long run. And I don't mean this to be like, oh, look at me. I know the formula to win. And you can look at what I've done in the past couple months and say, man, this guy took off out of nowhere. It's because I know what to do. And other marketing consultants, they're chasing after their clients to try to get a check. I'm investing in myself to attract people to me, which is what we talked about earlier, magnetizing yourself to where they come to you. Does it make sense now?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. And when I talk to people about these things, it's not about, I know everything. No, I just know what works. And I've studied other people. How did you get so famous? How did so-and-so take off out of nowhere? Why is everybody only going to this girl to get their nails done? What is it about this girl or that guy that attracts people to them? And that goes back to your unique selling proposition. You know, you're a woman, you know, I'm sure you've gone to get nails done. Are there some places in Austin that still have the margarita machines? Or no?
No, I don't know.
Okay. No. It's okay. Earlier I had mentioned Bellissimo Nail and Spa. This was 11 years ago. It was like a little side hustle business for this lady that I met. She also owned the Texas distribution of Margarita Man. Margarita Man where you can rent margarita machines, okay? Well, guess what she had in her locations? She had margarita machines in her nail salons.
Oh, my God.
I think she had one or two, I can't remember. And women would go just to her or to her shop because they could get free margaritas. A margarita to her might only cost like 25 cents. But she used that as the unique selling proposition to bring women to her salon because they could enjoy some music. They could enjoy a margarita.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Of course, they have to be of age.
Yes.
Yeah, they could be of age. The longer they're in the chair, more than likely, guess what's happening? They're spending more money. The more relaxed you get people, what are they doing? They're spending more money. Yeah, do it. Go ahead. Oh, do the toenails too. It doesn't matter. Give me another drink. No problem. Now, of course, you don't want them to get hammered and walk out, but it's little things like that you have to ask yourself, what am I doing differently than everybody else in my industry? Once you can get the value innovation up, where you're bringing more value to your customer and clients, you're going to realize real quick that they're going to start coming to you because of that. Because if you charge $300 for a specific service, and the lady down the road charges $300, and so-and-so charges $300, well, who's going to win? The person that lowers their price, right? Because really, everyone's giving away the same thing. 300. Oh, well, I got it for $299. Okay, go to $299. Oh, no, I got it for $275. Oh, I got it for $250. Oh, I'll give it to you for $225. So what happens is it becomes a race to the bottom.
Yeah, I don't play that game.
Exactly. But here's the thing. When it's a race to the bottom, do you want to win or do you want to lose? Because either way, you're screwed. So that's why I tell people, don't play the race to the bottom because you're going to end up losing anyways. The customer wins, but you go out of business. But are there anything, we got maybe 15 more minutes, 10, 15 more minutes. Let me ask you, are there specific things that you wanted to talk about or ask? Because I know I gave a bunch of information for you to run with, but I'm hoping it's helping, though.
No, it's great.
I'm hoping it's helping. What are some things that you have on your mind now?
Well, I'm just thinking about probably, I don't know, we don't have license to give alcohol where I'm at, in the studio, but I'm like, probably like bottles of wine.
Well,
a specific, just a gift. I'm thinking like, how can I wrap it so I can
you don't have a license to sell alcohol. See, selling is one thing.
But giving, like without charging?
I would highly look into that, because imagine if someone comes to your home. If you give them a glass of wine,
yes,
you're giving somebody something. Now, one thing you could do, okay, let me ask you a question. What is your cheapest service? Like the cheapest thing you do? Money-wise, or like,
I don't know, brow wax.
Okay, it could be what, 20 bucks, 30 bucks?
Yeah, 18.
Okay. I'm going to give you a concept, okay? You're going to think I'm freaking nuts, okay? But it's okay. That's what I want you to think. Because the people that are crazy are the ones that change the world or change industries, okay?
Yes.
Think of your slowest day, whatever day it is. I don't care. Whatever the slowest day is. Now that you got it in your head, okay? Oh, by the way, now that I'm talking about that, before I talk about what I'm going to tell you, you know what a story solution is? No? Okay, let me tell you this real quick, because it just popped in my head that we were talking about this.
Okay.
So, with marketing, and I've done this with a dessert company selling brownies. I've also done this selling a vehicle. It's the same concept, okay? Let's say you're talking with somebody, and she's telling you about, oh yeah, my eyebrows or whatever. Cool. You make her the star, okay? You listen to what she's saying, because this. Okay, so now that you got the information from the star, she's the estrella, right? You listen. So now you have a story you tell her. So Mary, we'll say her name is Mary. So Mary, it seems as if you're saying that you're very uncomfortable with your look because of this and that, and on and on and on. So basically, you're telling her right back what she just told you, okay? Because you want her to agree with you. You want her to nod her head and say, that's right. Okay, keep that in mind. That's this magic 2 words of negotiating. That's right. So when you're basically telling her everything she just told you, it means 1, that you listened, and 2, she's nodding because she agrees with you, okay? Now, what do you present? You present the solution, which would be, that's why I offer this service, which does, whatever. So it's star, story, solution. It doesn't matter if you're selling brownies at a farmer's market. And I put a video on Facebook, I think, about this. Ma'am, you're looking at these brownies, but, you told me you'll come back or you'll think about it. Well, let me tell you something real quick. The brownie that you're looking at, I started with 18 of them. I only have 3 left. By the time you decide that you're going to want that brownie, they're already going to be sold out. I know you just had the turkey leg. You're going to be hungry again. Your sweet tooth is probably kicking in. I really don't want you, and I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind. This is what I don't want to happen to you, that you come back to the table, the brownies are gone, and something that you really wanted, and then I pick up the brownie, put it in her hand, something that you really wanted is in the palm of your hand right now, and you're willing to let it go. I'm serious. Because here's what people don't understand. The pain, okay, think of relationships, okay? The pain of a loss will hurt you more than the gain of a satisfaction, okay? Imagine you meet a guy, I don't know what your status is, right? But let's just say if you're single, you meet a guy tomorrow, okay? And when you meet the guy, it's all, oh, lovey-dovey, blah, 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 for a week, and then you get used to it, right? You get used to it. Or if you get a brand new car, you get a brand new Mercedes, and you get used to it, and then it becomes your normal car, it becomes your normal guy, then you're trying to get out of the house and whatever, right? But imagine losing that guy that was the real good guy. Or imagine losing that brand new car because someone came and robbed your car and you had no insurance and they found it flipped over on a ditch. That pain of the loss is going to affect you longer and harder than the satisfaction of a gain. So when you're negotiating with people, now we got into that, when you're negotiating with people, always make them feel, okay, and I'm telling you this because it works. You might have to practice a few times.
Yes.
Make them feel exactly how they're going to feel if they don't book with you. And what I mean by that is, well, you're going to go to work. It's going to be on your mind because, you were right here with me, able to get this deposit, whatever. But I really don't want you to continue to go to work every day. What are you doing? They're the star. You're giving the story, right? You're giving the story of you're going to go to work. Every day it's going to bug you. You're right here and then you're going to leave. And so you're building up this story. And what do you come back to? The solution. We can do this right now. Actually, if you want to do it today, I can do it at 2:00 or, however the day is. Those are the type of things where you want them to feel the pain of a loss. People don't want to feel the pain of a loss because they know. And you can kind of compare it and say, do you ever have a boyfriend that that you lost? And yeah, I still think about him 20 years later. Huh? I don't want you to feel like that now. Because you have no, I'm serious.
Yes.
And you have to shamelessly do it, but don't make it too tacky, but you have to do it smooth.
Yes.
I don't want you to feel like that because this has already been your head, scalp, whatever, has been bugging you for the past 10 years, 15 years, 5 years that you started losing your hair. Do you really want to continue your life like that? No, I don't. Okay, let me get the paperwork. Boom. That's how it goes.
Exactly.
Negotiating tactics.
Exactly.
That's all it is. I hope that helps.
Yes. No,
Can I give a lot of information?
No, it's good. And I wanted to add that you know that there's actually people that use like talks and stuff and they're to like mimic the hairline.
Oh yeah.
And then because this guy came in once,
markers and all kinds of
yes. And then he came in and I'm like, oh, let me see. I always sanitize my hands and then I go and look. They're like, oh no, don't touch it because it's gonna come off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't even realize that there's people that do that. This guy, he's been like shading it and then he's gluing this hair and then he cuts it.
I've seen those videos on YouTube.
Oh my goodness. And he's still thinking about it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. So with that guy in particular, those are things you need to bring up to him. Do you really want to continue with glue on your... And
I know.
Because
all the chemicals and the skin is bad.
So here's the thing. You have to practice how you're going to tell them those things. Because with you telling those customers those specific things, it gets them thinking like, yeah, she's right. But just to end it before I forget, what I was getting out with the cheapest thing, have a day, the slowest day of business, give it away. I'm serious. Run an ad that says, today only, okay, this day only, whether you want to do walk-ins or they leave a deposit that they get back just so they can secure their spot. Because there might be people that say, oh, yeah, I'm going to be there at 3, then they don't show up at all, okay? You say, if you leave a deposit, you get your deposit back 100%. Give away the service for free. And this is why I'm telling you this. Because but it has to be new clients only, okay? New clients only. That new client could potentially be a $150 to a $4,000 client within a year. Give something away because you giving something away is something that the other girls or competitors are not doing. Plus, you need the videos and you need the pictures of all those people coming because you can do it 1 month and say, wow, the month I gave away 15 eyebrow, whatever, I got 4 new clients that actually paid, which came to $1,000. Maybe I need to do that every month or every quarter or whatever. So just my recommendation of doing a unique selling proposition, because I'm almost positive there's no other service provider like you doing something like that, right?
Yeah, no.
Or have you ever seen an ad?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So once again, pick your slowest day, figure out a way that they leave a deposit online, but they have to get it back 100%. So it was truly free. The deposit is only to make sure that they show up.
Yes.
Because if you book their time for 3 to, 3:30,
Yes.
then they need to show up. But that $20 or whatever it could be is the skin in the game that they have, where they don't want to lose the $20, so they actually show up.
Yes.
And that's pretty much it. Anything else, or we're out of time now, but anything in particular, or
No, everything is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and call the guy at Cache, so see if he could.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of information I gave, and it's so compressed because we're so short on time. That's why I compressed so much information. But the reason I did that is for you to say, okay, I heard 7 or 8 different things, but let me start with these 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna write them down.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, I appreciate you coming, and we have here
My
Laura E.
pleasure.
Santos. We'll have it on the screen, but what is your official website and where they can find you?
There's inkscalpgoddess.com, and my email inkscalpgoddess@gmail.com.
Very good. And you heard it here first. So if you're going bald or you need permanent makeup, I guess?
Permanent cosmetic makeup.
Permanent cosmetic makeup, Laura E. Santos.
Areola tattooing too.
Areola? Oh, wait.
Yes.
Areola is...
Yes, areola tattooing.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought it was the
yes.
other one. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's something else. That's a VIP search. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. You've been watching The Heat Tank with Hamid Yaz.